maybe they should introduce microtransactions if they unlock some sick new footwear options. Now, I'm just putting it out there, what if Antonio and Flora got it on? Anteater and Flamingo. Let's talk physics. And that wraps up this week's frame rate debate. Remember to keep tweeting those official accounts so we can bring the fight straight to Nintendo. Coming up in a moment, it's Reaction Stations. An hour of pure reaction, opinion and shouting as we skim the internet for the hottest Animal Crossing goss and then, well, react to it. So pour out a cold one, because you know these takes are gonna get spicy.
I'm sorry, who?
But first, it's
Competition time! Competition time! Competition time!
That's right, it's competition time, and we're giving away an exclusive Animal Crossing screen grab to 100 lucky listeners. To enter, just follow me on Twitter, retweet the competition tweet, tag 10 friends, and include the hashtag Asstown Animal Crossing screen grab giveaway.
Fitzgerald?
Oh, hey, Dave, where have you been, buddy?
No, this isn't right. How are you here? You don't exist. You're my non-existent co-host. That's the joke.
No way, man. I'm gaming's favourite co-host. And hey, I exist, alright? I'm working my arse off for you over here. I've got 3 more hours of this episode to record, and time is ticking.
Look, what's going on?
Hey guys, sorry about Mayor Thayer's had a bit too much of the old pigeon milk, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, David, pull up a chair, let's hit the phones for reaction stations.
Can we just talk for a minute?
Sure we can. Why don't you kick things off? Hot news in the community this week as Animal Crossing streamer AmpishShrunk666 says he got an anonymous tip from a Redditor who knows a data miner who suggests that Tortimer's iconic top hat was originally a sort of dome shape, like a helmet. Explosive revelations. Your opinion, David?
But I don't want to have an opinion.
Let me put it another way. Have Nintendo been lying to us, the core fans, all this time?
No. You can't make me. I don't want to. I don't want to! I must have fallen asleep at my desk. Just a dream. And, I'm your mayor, David Thair, and in this episode of Asstown, a podcast about Animal Crossing from High Score Club, I'm joined by my guest mayors to explore what happens when Animal Crossing and real life overlap. Now, before we get started, I'd just like to make clear that this is the final episode of Asstown Season 1, but it's not the end of the podcast, so please stay subscribed for more regrettably infrequent episodes. The interviews for this season were recorded before New Horizons was even announced, so take this opportunity to recall a time when life was a little different to how it is today, and Animal Crossing was not an international cultural phenomenon with mainstream crossover appeal, but an amusingly niche topic to make a silly podcast about. I can't think of many video games that have inspired me to make changes to my real life. Sure, I've imagined zombies looming out of shadows after playing too much Resident Evil, found myself spotting objects to grind after too much Tony Hawk, or watched brain-simulated falling blocks on the back of my eyelids while trying to sleep after playing too much Tetris. But in Animal Crossing, the door swings both ways. These are games that make you realise you have a better grip on your bells than your bucks, that you needed to nurture your relationships if you ever want to earn portraits of your friends, and that you should keep your house in order in case of a surprise visit. Being a series about self-expression, it's no surprise that your life in Animal Crossing might reflect aspects of your life in the real world too. I guess what I'm saying is, does your villager dress like you? Or do you dress like your villager?
Initially, my villager would dress like me. So, as a sullen young adult, it was just, how black can I make the outfit of this character? Yeah, pretty black, that'll do. As I've gotten older, I can't really make my character look like me because baldness is not an option. I don't think it's an option. Or at least it wasn't an option at some point, and I might have ignored the fact if it is now. Beards are not an option. Unless it's a fake beard, which I think is in the game.
Yeah, but usually quite large, like obviously a fake beard
My character can no longer look like me, so instead I will dress my character to a certain theme. So it might be that during baseball season or the World Series, it might dress as a baseball player. If I'm nearing completion on a wrestling themed room in my house, he might wear the Lucha Libre mask, might run around with his shirt off. I like to dress thematically with the seasons, I guess. I like to make sure that I'm doing my part for the town by, increasing the theming in the game. I think that if in the next Animal Crossing, making a short, fat, bald man is possible, I'll probably do it. But it's kind of nice that the game is forcing me into exploring different personalities. Yeah. I also like to dress as the Super Sentai Power Ranger from time to time. That's a good outfit.
And in Animal Crossing?
Yeah, and also Animal Crossing.
Great.
I like to pick clothes that felt appropriate for that kind of lifestyle. So lots of kind of dungarees and nice kind of sundresses, things like that. And I like to dress according to the seasons. I feel like there's a crossover in terms of we both kind of like colours and patterns and kitschy themes. I like to theme an outfit, and my villager definitely likes to theme an outfit. So there's definitely some crossover. I feel like I wasn't very adventurous. My villager is just an approximation of me that I've put into the game. It's not some kind of wonderful character.
Have you ever been inspired to wear something in real life by Animal Crossing?
Maybe red shoes. I think I bought a little pair of red shoes and they just looked so jolly. I thought that red shoes would be a good look for real life.
That's exactly what happened with me, but yellow shoes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought, I'm just enjoying wearing these so much in Animal Crossing.
They should get some yellow
I'm
shoes.
going to get some in real life.
Yeah, it's just
And it
such a
worked.
nice little pop of something.
Does your villager dress like you, or do you dress like your villager?
Well, it's a funny question you just asked there, David. What am I wearing today?
Well, you're wearing a big black jumper with a white skull on it.
Yeah.
And jeans and slippers.
Yeah, okay, well, less the slippers and the jeans. But my Animal Crossing character in New Leaf, when we booted it up earlier, was wearing a black skull t-shirt.
Well, actually, that was in Wild World.
That was in Wild World, sorry.
And you must have made that costume years and years ago.
Yeah.
Nearly a decade ago.
Oh, that hurts, David.
So that's quite impressive. It means there's a strong correlation there between your character and you.
Yeah. I just really like skulls, David. I just think they're cool.
But it's quite hard to pin down. Do you think you liked skulls before you played Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
So you couldn't say it was Animal Crossing that has caused you to wear this jumper now?
No. I do really like some of the clothes that you can get in Animal Crossing, but I've always dressed my Animal Crossing like me, which is probably why I got so into designing the clothes with the Able sisters. Yeah, I worked really hard to make sure that I unlocked that every time. I think that's the only thing that I've managed to do, which is speak to the Able sister, Sable, I think it is, every day for a week. And then I unlocked the big sewing machine to make my own outfits. I worked really hard to do that.
Well, my villager dresses as, I wouldn't say she, he is wearing a kimono, but I think it's a women's kimono, and has an eye patch and wears a skull for a hat.
So it's more like you dress like your Animal Crossing character, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right.
No, I think it's how I'd like to dress. I think if I was who I think I based it on. I dressed like one of the guys from Coil.
Okay. All right.
Who for listeners, they're a great UK industrial band, ambient band, who came out of Frog and Gristle and Psychic TV. This might not be what you want to discuss on the podcast.
No, it's exactly what I want.
But I was definitely, and now I'm thinking about it, I definitely based my look on the band Coil.
So there's nothing that's been randomly thrown together there. It's been...
No, I chose that, yeah. It's kind of slightly androgynous look.
Right.
Because I was listening to a lot of Coil at that time.
It's a perfect companion for Animal Crossing, isn't it?
There's a lot of, it's kind of music, because I noticed as well the flag for my town is a Melvin's flag. So, yeah, I was obviously trying to bring some of my musical influences into the game.
Bring a different tone in.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anyone would have guessed that from wandering around your town.
No.
Okay, so you don't think that you've dressed like your character in real life?
I'd like to be the sort of person who could wear a kimono and an eye patch and have dyed blue hair.
I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to picture what would happen if you did any of those things. I think
in London it'd be fine. I mean, no
well, certainly in, yeah.
I think anyone would bat an eyelid, but...
At weekends you could wander around Dalston and be absolutely fine on the overground.
This is a really good question because I think at the start, I would buy clothes that I like to dress my villager with. Like there's a really nice just like plain blue dress and a cool hat and like some simple shoes. I would dress her like, oh cool, these are nice clothes that I would like to wear. But then more and more, I was living out my costume fantasies through my villager. So I think I would like to dress like my villager now rather than just imposing my style on her. So she has really cool green hair at the moment. I don't have green hair. She's got like the kind of glasses that I want to have, but I haven't bought any new glasses. And she wears like more kind of outlandish and braver clothes than me. And sometimes she just wears costumes and stuff that I've kind of collected from the shop and stuff. So yeah, I think I would say that is I would like to dress like her an option.
For my character, I thought it'd be funny to dress him as an awful hipster. And then I've ended up liking it so much that I've ended actually up buying clothes that are similar. So I've never had yellow shoes before, but I really enjoyed having yellow shoes on my villager. And so I've actually started wearing yellow shoes in real life as a result.
That's so cool. That's awesome. That's the magic of Animal Crossing right there.
Can you ever see yourself going to a hairdresser with a picture of your Animal Crossing character and saying, I want that?
Oh my goodness, I wish I could pull off like a mint green side parting, but I can't.
I think you could.
No.
I don't think you should.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, the colour just isn't me. The cut is actually sort of similar.
I think actually if it wasn't as flat and it was grown out a bit, had a bit more body to it, I think you could pull it off. But not as flat as that.
No,
That'd be
no.
bad.
Disaster.
In the time before New Horizons, your opportunities for self-expression were more limited, so interior design could be a serious business. And after touring Kristyna's New Leaf home, I was inspired to address the mess in my own mayoral dwelling. Well, I need to go away and do some serious thinking about how to improve mine.
Introspective, like furniture rearranging.
It's a bit like in real life. My house isn't big enough, but I've shoved it full of stuff. I've got good intentions of trying to make things match, but I'm too much of a collector.
Yeah.
Which is a polite way of saying hoarder.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and my husband have got a 3-bedroom flat, and we both make stuff and kind of are self-employed. So we've got one of the bedrooms is an actual bedroom, and then we've got 2. He's got a studio room, and I've got a studio room with the other 2 bedrooms. And mine's in the east and totally green. No, it's not. But my studio is it's a dedicated place where I can put all that stuff. So the rest of the house is kind of saved because Greg's a hoarder bit of materials because he makes props and costumes and stuff for films. So he's got like a big storage unit, shelving and stuff with like crates and things for all of his prop making. So his studio is where he hoards all his kind of stuff. And my studio is where I hoard things that are embroidered or really cute or nice colours or kind of old paper things and my things, and then Nintendo stuff. But yeah, I've got a specific room to like shove all that stuff in, so it kind of saves the rest of the house. So maybe this is like, I don't know if I started doing that pre-Animal Crossing, or maybe Animal Crossing is my kind of thing because I was starting to do that Feng Shui kind of themes in rooms way before, and I was like, oh, I already do this, I love it. Ding, 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 play, play, play.
Nice. So you'd get real life Happy Home Academy points as well.
Oh, I wish I did. I wish more stuff came in the post from old Lyle.
Well, I get a feeling he's really in it for himself, but you can't expect him to be that.
He loves the chase.
Yeah.
I think it made me think more about interior design and thinking about the layout of stuff in one's flat. We were looking to buy a flat, and the flat we're sitting in now is the one that we bought and live in. And I think it made me more aware of the layout of rooms and things like that. It didn't make me go fishing, or it didn't really get me into archaeology. I think it just gave me a greater appreciation for furniture and laying it out.
Yeah,
I think you might not be able to see that.
I think this is quite an Animal Crossing look for your bedspread.
Bedspread, yeah.
If you're at a loss for what to do with the rest of your day, why not try repeating the phrase "Ed's bedspread" to yourself and anyone else in your vicinity? I promise you the hours will fly by. And if that doesn't quite do it for you, you can always turn back to Animal Crossing for inspiration once again. It's not all fishing and fossil hunting, as Ho and Martin remind us. Has Animal Crossing inspired you to do anything else in real life?
Not sure if it really has. Like, I like designing my own clothes, but I think that's just because I just really like hobbies. I think that's why Animal Crossing appeals to me so much, because I'm like my dad. I'm a hobby collector. He likes lots of hobbies. I like lots of hobbies. Animal Crossing allows me to have hobbies in a computer game, which in itself is a hobby. It's just perfect.
Hobbies all the way down.
Hobbies all the way down. Yeah. It's not necessarily that it's inspired me to do anything, but it's definitely a continuation of things that I like anyway.
This is going to sound so lame, but especially talking about it now, the game is like a weird reminder that it's nice to be nice. It's nice to be nice and try to increase the amount of happiness through interaction. It's a very strange thing to say because I imagine it's kind of, this is what it sounds like marketing hyperbole, but it's a reminder that not everything has to be deeply cynical. Not every act of kindness needs to be met with like an ironic, I know this is cheesy, but I'm being nice. Like the game is just nice. It's nice to be nice. It's true. People like getting letters, you know? It's nice to send people letters. It's nice to tell people you're thinking of them. And in a way, I think the game actually probably has helped me be like, it's nice to send a letter. I should send a letter to this elderly relative who doesn't have a mobile phone, this kind of thing. Kind of reminds the importance of correspondence and being present in people's lives. Tearing up.
Especially because they might send you a framed photo themselves eventually.
Exactly. Desperate to get a framed photo from an elderly relative through the mail one day. Oh, and the importance of lovely letter paper. The world doesn't not have enough good themed letter paper. Animal Crossing has a lot of it.
I think you'll find if you go to Japan, there's plenty.
Oh, great. I'm going to get on the next plane.
Also, Paper Chase is doing great.
Okay.
About that kind
Shout
of
out
stuff
to Paper Chase.
For two of our mayors, Animal Crossing even inspired them to get into motion, to rise from a seated position until standing, and then, almost without thinking, to move one foot in front of the other, propelling their torsos forward, vaulting their bodies over their stiff limbs with each step, through their front doors and out into the world. Walks. I'm talking about going for walks. And so are Charlie and Kristyna.
Weirdly, maybe not just Animal Crossing, but I think it certainly helped me realise how much I enjoy just walking in nature and also enjoying a specific type of downtime maybe. I really like exploring gardens and National Trust properties and parks I've not been to before. And I think I started doing that more after playing Animal Crossing, where I was kind of walking through trees and looking at water going, this is really nice, I should do that in real life. And then kind of taking more time to do that kind of thing and booking holidays around doing that type of thing.
And I guess you can also take Animal Crossing with you and play it in the park.
Oh, that's true.
So it does work perfectly.
I make comics and zines and stuff, as well as being an illustrator. So 2016 winter, so the snowman time, the Thanksgiving turkey time, the jingle time, I was playing Animal Crossing a lot. But there's a thing about winter and kind of seasonally affected moods and stuff that I don't go out with work. I stay home and work. I work from home. I was kind of like going out into Animal Crossing, but not out into the world. And I think it inspired me to make this series of little zines that I started doing, which are called Winter Wild, which was like, because winter is so kind of barren and dark, you don't think that anything grows. So the point of the zine was to find lots of things that are growing that you can kind of spot on walks or kind of go out and find and forage for and find like interesting facts and kind of folklore about these plants that are native to the British Isles. And I think that's from Animal Crossing. That's like a little kind of plant collection in a zine with like the idea to kind of get out into the real world rather than just kind of relying on Animal Crossing as being my socialising tool.
Of course, the world being what it is today, maybe it's fine if Animal Crossing is your socialising tool. Which is good news for Martin, once a year, every year.
I like my birthday. Is that wrong to say?
No.
I like my birthday. But the problem with that is it then makes me feel like I have to make sure I'm at their birthdays too. Generally, when I'm actively playing, I'm a good birthday attendee. If, like for this podcast, I've dipped back in for a couple seconds to check something or to remind myself of something in the game, then I'm a bad birthday attendee and I feel terrible because they're so good to you on your birthday. Another thing of how it makes you feel like, oh, this is just like real life. You know, I'm not going to go out for my birthday, I'm going to spend it in Animal Crossing. Where all my real friends are. Thanks for the cake, guys. Glad you appreciate the mayor.
I don't think I've told anyone else this on the show yet. When I got Wild World on the DS, and I was really excited to play the game. I think I imported it because it came out in America first. I started to play it, and because I was just kind of testing it out, I was playing it on the central line, and there was no one else in the carriage apart from this one other young guy who said, "Oh, can I see what you're playing?" And so he came over and sat and watched me, just sat on the seat next to me watching me over my shoulder while I played Animal Crossing. As he did that, I just sent myself a letter saying, "You are cool." I think he must have thought I was playing some kind of, shoot 'em up or whatever, but I was not. I was mailing myself compliments to test out if the letter system was working.
Just to test the letter system.
Yeah, because you can send yourself letters in the future, and that's what I was doing.
Well, just test out the system.
But I felt really embarrassed at that point. I didn't really want to explain to him what was going on.
I was, as I said, I got the limited edition Animal Crossing, and it's kind of, it looks like a very kiddie version of the 3DS.
Yeah.
It's got all the funny symbols and primary colours on it, and I didn't care. I didn't care what people thought about me playing Animal Crossing on the central line, but I'm probably, if I'd noticed, I probably would have got some odd looks, I imagine.
Whether you're on the Central Line, the Hammersmith and City Line, the Piccadilly Line, the Bakerloo Line, the Northern Line, the Jubilee Line, the Circle Line, the District Line, the Metropolitan Line, the Victoria Line, the Waterloo and City Line, apart from on Sundays, or indeed in the comfort of your own home, to play Animal Crossing is to access another world, another state of existence which keeps on ticking in parallel to our own. You can move into a village and start making your mark, but even if you start to forget about it, seasons pass by in real time, plants proliferate, villagers celebrate birthdays and contribute meagre amounts to unfinished public works projects, whether you bother showing up or not. But keep checking in every day, nurturing relationships, stimulating the economy, and in return, you might just find yourself changing along the way. I suppose you could ask, what if game be playing you? It's not.
Animal Crossing has taught me that small salarymen animals are my favourites. It's taught me that dogs look really cute in raincoats. It's taught me that I could be mayor of a town. It's taught me that I shouldn't cheat, otherwise Rossetti will get you. I guess it's taught me the power of friendship and keeping up correspondence with your friends, people you care about, otherwise they might move away and move on without you, and that'd be sad. It's taught me that sometimes if you look really carefully in the ground under a manhole cover, there'll be a Rossetti control centre down there. Oh, surveillance centre, sorry. That's pretty exciting.
Animal Crossing has taught me never to turn off my console before saving a game.
I mean, that's an important life learning for all video games players.
Very important. Don't cheat. Don't try and cheat, because Rossetti's onto you. And what I said before about all the stuff about people. That too.
Maybe to be patient. It's probably a good lesson. And if you fall in a hole, struggle long enough and you'll get out.
Patience. It's taught me that if you want to succeed, you have to do a little bit every day, and you have to keep going. And I think that if you do that, you can realise your dreams.
I mean, never trust a raccoon who runs a mortgage scam. But also, I guess that hard work does pay off, but also that hard work takes time. And, you have to really be sure of something before you throw yourself in it. And also, you know what? It teaches you the beauty of friendship, but also the perils of friendship. Like, great, yeah, invest emotionally in this orange peel cat. It'll be such a rewarding experience, but when they leave...
It's just a photo and a goodbye.
And awkward bumping into them in the museum. Like, you can't control that. So I guess it's a bit like therapy in a way. Like, you really have to be focused on what makes you happy. You can't always be trying to get your happiness from other people or other animals. Also, you know what? Risk getting a haircut. Ask them for something new. Don't be afraid of change, because it's not always bad.
It's taught me a lot about identifying bugs. It's taught me a lot about dinosaurs. It's not taught me much about works of art. Sorry, Crazy Red. I can't remember, we were watching some David Attenborough kind of Blue Planet type of thing, and I was like, hey, I know that that's a rainbow trout. How do I know that that's a rainbow trout? Animal Crossing, thank you very much. So it was kind of cool that I'd like piled all these hours of gameplay into something, and I was like, this has actually educated me on types of fish and stuff, which I thought was really cool. So in terms of factual stuff, it definitely taught me that. But when you play it and you've got to look out for marks on the floor or take notice of people if they want to talk to you, or changes in kind of mood or behavior, and then also like looking on trees to see if there's any bugs and stuff, I think that can translate to real life quite easily. That kind of idea of keeping your eyes peeled and keeping yourself receptive to little details in life. I think that's something that it encouraged in me again. So I kind of chatted about the kind of playfulness and the immersive quality of the gameplay, but I think in terms of taking stuff away from it, it definitely taught me to do that a bit more, or to reconnect with that kind of way of looking at the actual world in the way that you look at the Animal Crossing world, which I really like. I think that's just like a totally positive, awesome thing.
Now it's time for a look at this week's Gyroid charts, sponsored by The Roost. At number 10 for the 6th week running, it's the Squat Dingaloid. A new entry at number 9, you guessed it, it's the Tall Nebuloid. Moving down 2 places, at number 8, it's the Sputnoid. The Mega Rustoid has been freshly excavated at number 7. Due to an admin error, at number 6, it's a fire hydrant from New Donk City. Let's hope they get that sorted out for next week. Coming in at number 5, down 2 places, it's the Mini Lamentoid. Easily mistaken for a frog, at number 4, it's the Mini Crocoid. Number 3, don't take it for granted, it's the Lullaboid. At number 2, seems like Brewster's been working you hard, it's the Brewstoid. And top of the chart this week, still at number 1, the Mega Lamentoid. And that's all from the Gyroid charts this week.
So before we get started, I'm afraid there's been a bit of a rumour going around the podcast. I've been hearing that you're a bit of a pro listener.
A pro listener?
Yeah. Can you confirm or deny this?
I am pretty good at listening to people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Listening to requests for gifts or packages to be delivered?
Well, I just don't like to let people down. So if they need help, I'm there for them.
Okay, that's good to know. There could be worse rumours, couldn't there?
Yes, I could be, yeah. I mean, you know, I seem to remember that there was some rumours going around about Mayor David in my town.
Mm-hmm.
Calling him like money grabbing or something like that.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
We better move on.
Oh no, I remember now. Calling him a bell hoarder.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not, but quite damning rumours.
Or it's an admirable quality to have.
Hoarding though, you know, probably not putting them into public works.
No. Well, let's move on. From High Score Club, I'm your mayor, David Thair, and this is Time Capsule, the part of the show where we visit the lost town of one of our guest mayors. In this episode, it's Ho. So, Ho, we are going to go and explore your wild world Animal Crossing town.
We are, yes. Shall I boot it up?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go. I'm nervous. That's the best bit. That's it, we can stop recording now.
Yeah. I've got to love that classic theme.
Very classic. It's from 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a long time ago. Hello, you came to play, did you? I did. I'm going to continue. My town's going to be full of weeds. There's 4 people sleeping in my house.
So, back on Wild World, you didn't share a town with people in different houses. You all shared one house.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And so who have you got in your house?
There's me. There's my brother, Belinda, my cousin, and Kat, my friend.
Ah,
It's a bit creepy though.
so you're sleeping in a dormitory, basically.
Yeah. I've got the biggest bed though. Alright, here we go. Preparing Imperial, the name of my town. I've got some post. Oh!
Uh-oh. How embarrassing.
I did not expect that.
No one expects Rossetti.
Oh, he's shouting at me. Rossetti says, "Ah! You again! Stop messing with me. What's it going to take to get it through your thick skull? If you're going to quit, you got to save first. Use your head, punk. It's even written in the manual. You hate me, don't you? I mean, you just hate me more than anything, right? No, I don't. More than laundry, traffic jams, and bad breath all rolled together, right? No, I don't. That's not true, Rossetti. You hate me so much you can't stand it, huh? That's why you keep doing this over and over again, right? You're trying to do me in. Oh no. How many times have I done this?
You tell me.
I don't remember ever doing this. Hey, fine by me. At least I know how you really feel, punk. Let me tell you though, I ain't the only one with feelings here. We clear? And today's the day I put a stop to this. You listening, you little monster? Oh. Until you can convince me you're truly and sincerely sorry, I ain't going home.
What?
You and me are gonna go round and round and round. First, you're gonna show me how sorry you are, and I'd better feel it. Oh my god, it's so sinister. I don't want no smirks, eye rolls, or nothing like that. I want remorse, punk. Oh, and don't try lying. I can smell lies. Smell them. All you gotta do is be honest. Give me some genuine emotion. Know what I mean? You go for melodrama, and you're gonna get the wrath of Rossetti, you hear me? Alright, let's do this. Tell me and tell me true. After all this, how sorry are you? Oh, I've got a little sliding scale of either really sorry or very sorry. I'm going to go with very sorry. Oh, give me a break. What's that supposed to be? That was pathetic. I had no feeling. None. That ain't how it's done. Not by a long shot. Kid your age, you ought to be able to express real regret, right? Oh my god, I do feel real regret. You gotta show more consideration, more genuine... whatever. Don't matter. You're doing it again! Oh my god, he's really mad. He's waving his pickaxe around.
So I say, yeah, you've got to say really sorry because that shows that you're truly sorry.
It's got an exclamation mark on the end, I guess. Alright, I've waxed it up to really sorry. Huh? Is that the best you can do? You serious? David, you lied to me. You know what? You're nothing to me. Nothing but a thoughtless punk. No, Rossetti, that's not true. I don't know, maybe you're slow. Or maybe you don't know how to express yourself. I don't know how to express myself on a sliding scale of really sorry to very sorry. Oh, hang on. He's starting to believe me. Yeah. Okay, if that's how you really feel, I guess it'll have to do at this point. I've got nothing left over here, so I'm going to cut you some slack. We're clear here, ain't we, Ho? You're going to save before you quit, right? Don't be pulling my chain here. You follow the rules and you finish the game. Then you go back to your life. You go do whatever it is you do out there in your world, alright? Don't you let me down. I don't want to talk about this no more. Hey, hold it. One last thing. Chew your food and stop talking with your mouth full, you little piggy. I don't do that. We clear? Good. Now scram! Oh my god, I feel really sad.
I think that was genuinely 5 minutes at least worth of Rossetti ranting.
So I've gone to my letterbox now that I've been
Released.
able to escape. I'd like to show you my menu. So, I've actually got a custom background for my menu.
And now I've heard about this.
Yeah, so if you take a design and you drop it in the bottom left corner of the menu, it replaces the background of the menu. So I've got the Misty shirt, I think it was. Oh yeah, and it's got a nice kind of like grey-green background with clouds on, which I'm a big fan of. And I think I've just noticed that me and my character are wearing a matching outfit today. She's wearing a skull t-shirt.
And what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a skull jumper today.
You are. What colour's your jumper?
It's black with a white skull on it.
And what colour's the t-shirt?
It's black with a white skull on it.
And when do you think the last time you played this game was?
2007?
2008.
2008, yeah, probably around then. Yeah, so
Some things never change.
some things never change. I do like skulls a lot. Oh my god. Oh, there's a creature. I don't remember who this is at all. It's Goose. Goose who looks suspiciously like a rooster. Calling me Divine H. Long time no see. How's life, Bouquet? You know, it's been a while, but you look more dignified somehow, Bouquet. Thank you. Wait, what? They promoted you to Captain Cool? Don't make me laugh. Oh, Goose, that's really rude. Should we see what letters I've got?
Yeah.
I think I've got too many because I've got one of my my tactics in Animal Crossing is always to have loads of letters in my box. So I've got these pre-written letters so that I can store extra items as presents on them. So I've got a letter for Walker. I've got a letter for Melba. I've got a letter for Mitzi, who I think is a cat, and one for Shrinky.
Do you think it's actually anything written in it, or do you think it's just...
Oh, it says, Dear Shrinky, you're cool. I mean it, serious business.
Was that your signature?
That was my signature. I think it's because I once wrote a threatening letter to one of the residents. Yeah, I've got a letter to Mitzi that just says meow on it. Alright, I've got this unread letter from Mo. He's Mo. Dear Ho-chan, I'm hitting the road, but don't be sad, I'll send you a sandwich or something from my new town. Goodbye, Mo. Very nice, but I don't know who he is.
That's probably why he moved.
Yeah.
Sounds like you've got some post in your letterbox.
I know, but that means I have to throw some letters out. I hate throwing out letters. Oh, fortune. What's that say? Your secret fortune. Giant acorn. Life. Do as you like. Hopes. It's up to you. Karma. It's all good. Look behind you. That looks suspiciously like it's from Tortimer. It's got like a nice shell letter paper.
But no signature.
No signature. Oh, I've got a HRH letter and a letter from the town hall. Let's see what score I've got for my house. Oh, my room gets 64,733 points. It's coming together, but still a bit sterile. Let your creative juices flow. It's a bit rude. I don't think I actually remember what's in my house.
Well, let's have a look.
Have a look. It's like a half timber Tudor house with a purple roof. Oh my god, there's... Oh no, there's so many cockroaches in my house. Oh, whoops. I put Pascal's picture in my inventory. Hang on, let's place it back in the room. Pascal the Otter, he's one of my favourites. I follow him on Twitter.
Can you remember how you met Pascal in Wild World?
I think he's just floating in the river, right?
I can't remember.
And you have to give him, I think you have to give him a clam or something. Ah, my favourite resident, Dottie.
So these are all pictures.
Oh. Apparently, if I look closely, there's something written on the back. Hop to it, wee one. Oh, that's cute. I wonder what Pascal says.
Thanks for all the clams.
It says, the more you learn, man, the less you know. Not sure that's true.
Sounds very deep, though.
So the theme of my house appears to be musical instruments. So it's kind of very opulent in my house. It's got lots of white furniture with gold gilded details. Well, I can't remember what the set's called. It might be called like the Majestic set or something like that. Got a nice white sofa to go with it. But the floor is kind of deep blue with gold details, and the walls are kind of like Regency style columns with some nice wallpaper.
It's very ornate.
It's very ornate.
Got a grand piano in there?
Yeah, got a grand piano. Very, very choice selection of gyroids providing the soundtrack to my house. I think these are lullaboids or something like that. Let's pick one up and see.
There's also a real-life gyroid providing a soundtrack to this.
Yeah. Yeah, that gyroid. That's a meowgaloid, I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, these are warbleoids, are they? No, it is a lullaboid. Yeah, lullaboids chosen for their soothing tunes. I've also got, I think, a fake painting in my house. It's called the Worthy Painting, and I think it's actually a replica of the famous French Revolution picture with Lady Liberty climbing over the barricades into Paris, holding up a flag, which we saw in Paris. So that's only one room of my house. It looks like I've got a side room. Oh my god, this is a weird room. Oh, I think this is my Feng Shui room. I think I was into making money and being lucky. And so this room is filled, it's kind of mushroom themed, but also I've got all of the red items up against the top of the wall and yellow items to the left of the wall.
So that's no coincidence.
That's no coincidence. I think red gives you luckiness. But I've also got a bunch of weird gyroids in here as well.
Do you think they're another set?
No, these are all separate ones. I think they're just ones that I've collected over time. In fact, I've got one in my inventory that I'm going to put down now as well. It's a little pink warbleoid. I'm into this warbleoid.
It's singing along with the music quite well. If you can call that singing. Gargling.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got mushroom furniture in here. So I've got a mushroom table where I've got 3 different sizes of darumas. None of them with their eyes painted in, it looks like. Also got a mushroom TV, mushroom chair, mushroom bed, mushroom cabinet, a mushroom table and a mushroom stool, and a mushroom set of drawers. Oh, and mushroom wallpaper, but not a mushroom floor.
Can you remember how you got all that mushroom stuff?
I think it's probably from picking up mushrooms during the autumn. So maybe if we're lucky, we'll find some mushrooms now. Oh my god. My Asian style room upstairs is full of cockroaches.
I mean, considering how many years it's been, it's lucky that that's all that's happened, really.
Yeah. Well, I'm very lucky that all of these bonsai trees haven't died. Got a pretty good selection of them.
How many have you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different varieties. They're just sitting in my house on my ornate Asian style carpet with bamboo wallpaper. And the furniture is the modern set. Doesn't quite go, but I'm into it.
No offence, but I always felt like the modern set was kind of like teenage boy, young
How
man,
dare you?
90s bedroom furniture.
I think for me, I probably just picked whatever was most complete in my collection to go in my house. So that's my upstairs room. And if I go up one further, I think that's where you save the game. Oh yeah, and like sneak amongst your sleeping housemates.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
So, do you remember, could your housemates do things with your house? Like, could they rearrange the furniture and all that stuff?
Yes, I think they can. But luckily, I just spent most of the time playing, so... Oh no, keep doing this. Keep putting the furniture down into my inventory. Better put this rock guitar back in place next to my other string instruments. There's a metronome. I thought I had more portraits of my pals, but maybe that's a different version of Animal Crossing.
Any other rooms left?
No, that's it, just the 2.
They're still quite big rooms.
They were big rooms. Oh my god, it's Lyle!
Lyle?
Lyle's my favourite. He's the otter. He's the insurance otter.
What's he doing outside your house, though?
You, hey, wait, stop, wait. Listen, are you happy with life? Seriously, no joke. Gotcha, sure, right. You plan to move up in the world? Sure you are. Bang! I want to help you. Sounds good? Sure it does. Relax, it's easy. What do you do? This questionnaire, fill it out. Easy, right? Sure it is. Goals? We got 'em all. You got 'em, I got 'em, everybody. Let's do this. Shall I ask him who he is? I know who he is, but...
If you know who he is, I would just crack on.
He's the insurance otter. He's so cute. Look, this questionnaire, it's nothing. Basic info, nothing you'll regret. Say the first thing in your head. Don't think, feel. Got it? Good, bang, here we go. Listen, here's the thing. Do you, and I'm just asking, but do you know a Mr. Red? I do know a Mr. Red. Short guy, black market, owns a tent. Yeah, right, him, you got it. Yeah, everybody knows Red. Everybody. Crazy Red, right? Bang, right. So look, if you could pick a day for him to visit, which one do you want? What works? Well, he's only given me options of weekdays, so let's just say Mondays. Oh no, I've got evening classes on Mondays.
So Lyle's in cahoots with Crazy Red.
Oh, he's just doing a questionnaire. Maybe he works for Ipsos Mori.
Yeah, seems suspicious. Carry on.
Okay, good, yeah, good, real, gotcha. Bang, huh? Yeah, can't fool you. What? Me? Nah, Red and me. We just know each other from around. No big. Come on. See, look, he says he's not in cahoots with Red. Look, enough about Red, right? Yeah, forget it. Next question. Bang. What do you think of me? No, it's fine. Lyle can take it. No sweat. Easy. Bang. So, face. Mine. What about it? Do you trust this face? Seriously, give me the skinny. I love his face, but I only have the options of sure, not really, no way, and leave me alone. I'm going to say sure because he's great. Oh, you're busting my chops here. Huh? Absolutely busting these puppies.
Why?
Because I said...
You liked his face?
Yeah, well, it was sure with a question mark.
Oh.
So, yeah, no sweat, right? Sure, right, no sweat. Bang, haha, Lyle got ya. I love Lyle. Seriously, enough. You want to move on? Yeah, sure, why not, right? Right. I've got a few questions here. 10 actually, less. I've got 7. 3. Ready?
I'm ready.
Bang. Q. The phrase long-term hospitalization makes me feel terribly, terribly afraid. Agree. If hurt or sick, I have a plan for the inevitable awful outcome. I agree. My impression of the insurance company is a positive one. Considering how much they charge me for my motorbike insurance, I'm going to have to say disagree. Although, they have been pretty good when my bike's been knocked over.
I'm not sure Lyle's working for your real-life insurance company.
I still think he's working for a user testing company.
Right.
Representing... Well, I'm going to say I agree that the insurance community is a positive one. Or maybe I should say disagree. I'm going to go with agree. Little breeze brushed past him. He says ... Really? Bad call. Bad call. Think you're smart. Think you're big. Bust my chops. Oh, I'm not trying to bust your chops. Lyle says, but hey, no sweat, right? Good info. Yeah, sure. Need anything else? Talk to Lyle. I do like Lyle. I do like talking to you. Oh, he's so sweet with his little brown coat, his square hipster glasses, and his long whiskers, and his little... have you seen his little briefcase?
Yeah.
It's really cute. He's my favourite. I wish we had an amiibo of him.
I don't think there is one of Lyle.
He's probably my favourite non-player character. I like how he says, busting my chops.
Well, how about checking out the museum?
Going to the museum. I think it's up in the top right. Oh no, my flowers are all dead. That's really sad. Is this the museum? I think it is. It's got an owl on the front. Oh, blathers. Ooh. Ooh. Squawk. Terribly sorry. Ooh. I get so frightfully tired during the day, what? So, by the by, is there something I can assist you with? Nah. Just came to say hi. Oh, thanks to my generosity, the collection has grown considerably. Please take the time to enjoy the fruits of my labour. Hooty hoo.
So this is Wild World, and that means that the cafe, the Roost, is in the museum.
It is. Should we go?
What does the sign say?
The sign says, as the name implies, we offer you respite. The Roost.
Ah.
Let's go down.
Now, I've just remembered that it happens to be Saturday night. But it's probably a bit too early for the performance.
It is, yeah. Hi, Brewster. Welcome to the Roost. Thank you. I'm going to sit down and have a cup of coffee. Cup of Java's, 200 bells. What do you say? Best cup in town, guaranteed. Yes, please. Today I'm experimenting with a slightly different blend than my usual. Enjoy. 1 piping hot, freshly brewed cup. Thanks, I will. Oh, I seem to be drinking it through my face mask. Whee! Bitter, so bitter. It's like a banshee screaming in my taste buds. Wow.
Like a goth coffee.
Yeah.
Does this ever make you want to drink coffee?
Yeah. But it's not like fancy hipster coffee, though, here. It seems like it's just filter coffee. So he pours it straight from the filter thing.
Filter coffee can be hipster coffee as well.
Yeah, that's true. Should we go see Celeste?
Yeah. Now, Celeste in New Leaf is also upstairs in the museum, but in this one, she's in a different context.
Yes, she runs the observatory. Oh, dear me, hooty hoo. I beg your pardon, I was just resting my eyes. I was not napping. No, I was not. I did not nap. My brother may sleep on the job, but I do not. Oh, I say, I've never logged so many constellations lately. Hooty hoo. Do be sure to check them all out, will you? Don't remember if I made any constellations. Taking a look through the telescope, are you? What is it that interests you? Do you want to look at the constellations, or just check the peak viewing times? I want to look at them. Hooty hoo, I understand. Please do not let me get in your way. Oh, well, the first constellation right in the centre, it just says Ho.
Oh, what are the chances?
What are the chances? That's weird. Oh, that's called the Ho star. What's this one over here? Looks like a man dancing. That's called Boogie Minor.
Not human centipede.
No. There's the Scorpion. What's this down here? Looks like a cup or something. Master Shake. I think these must be the original ones that were already there. What else is there?
I remember this music. It's really, really calming, the star version of the museum theme.
Yeah. Well, I think the only one that I made was the one of my own name. Well, that's embarrassing. Let's leave that, shall we? Let's go. Thanks, Celeste. Hooty toot. Shall we go see the fish? No, let's go look at the art gallery. I really like buying art. But I don't think I got into it as much in this version. So I've got the Piping Man. Oh no, it's looking embarrassingly empty. Oh no. Maybe I only got into paintings. Oh, look. Oh, there's that famous painting that's in my house.
Ah.
Worthy painting, donor, me. So I think maybe I've got like a second copy of it. I've got a Mona Lisa. No, what's it called? It's called Famous Painting. And then I've got a Gustav Klimt in here as well. I think it's called like The Lovers in real life. Or something like that. But it's called Rare Painting. Yeah, big fan of Gustav Klimt. I probably bought it just because I wanted it and then found out it was real and didn't have the heart not to donate it to the museum.
So back in Wild World, it was just paintings, it wasn't statues as well?
No, it wasn't. So I only had, 4 paintings in there?
It's hard to get them.
It is hard to get them. The museum's a lot smaller than I remember, but maybe it's because all the other museums are bigger.
Yeah, I think they get more and more complex. Like the new one has much more strongly themed rooms and it has a bigger variety of items within them and, it's just evolving like the rest of the game.
Right, here's... Oh, this is a town hall up here. Here we go, here's the notice board. There's some poetry here. I prefer my jelly rolls moist, rich and cakey, but yesterday I ate a roll that was all dry. Is that poetry?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if that is. Fishing tournament. Message of the week. Make hay whilst you can. Nobody likes overtime. These are weird. Talking to myself. My sister's been going to hotels lately, so one day I followed her. She was eating the free buffet. Is that a thing? A free buffet in a hotel? Isn't that just part of the cost?
Well, it's probably just stealing if you're eating the customer's buffet.
Yeah, I guess so. Talking to myself. If you're nervous about going somewhere for the first time, pretend you're an old lady. Works for me. I mean, maybe you're Mrs. Doubtfire, and that gives you the confidence. Who knows?
There's a lot to unpack in that one.
Last one is a message of the week. Eating at midnight is bad, but it feels so good. I agree. That's really good. So it doesn't have any messages that I've left, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, been too long.
It's been too long, yeah. They've forgotten I even exist. It's not as if I'm mayor or anything in this town.
No. Well, it's been nice to look around. Any more villagers you remember? Or anyone you wanna
Dottie's
visit?
my favourite. Let's go see if she's still in town. I'll be sad if she isn't. I do have her picture, but it's not quite the same, is it?
That might mean she's left, though.
Oh no, Dottie. There we go. Oh, I'm right next to her house. I think she's in. So Dottie is a little black and white rabbit, and her house is a moonscape. So it's sand on the floor, like a sand and skyscape on her wallpaper. She's got a moon lander and a spaceship. Oh, and I think I sent her 3 lucky clovers, which I know is good for getting animals to be your best friend.
Is it?
Yeah,
Ah.
so she's got those just on the floor next to her watermelon chair. But everything else is very bland. Hi, Dottie. Hi there, nice to meet you. I'm Dottie. What? Hey, wait. Is that you, Sparkles? Why haven't I seen you around, Bouquet? Were you sick in bed? No, of course not. Well, glad to see you're looking so peppy. Thank you. So, speaking of which, you probably need something from me, huh, Bouquet? Why is she talking like a rooster?
Because that's how the nicknames spread around town.
Yeah, that's true. What's the news? Hey, what's with the tiptoe action, Twinkle Toes? There's nothing to fear on my floor, that's for sure, Bouquet. Oh, is she hiding something in that sand floor that she's got there? Gag! I just stepped in the cappuccino I spilled yesterday.
Oh.
Ugh. Good thing that she's not a cat, because if she was a cat and that's a big old sandbox, could be all sorts of poo nuggets hiding in there.
I was wondering if she was nervous because that was where the moon landings were filmed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Dottie's house is very plain. Oh well, let's go. I think one thing that's missing from this town is my new favourite animal, Barreled.
It's Barrel.
My favourite little bear. But he's not in this game.
This is a pre-barreled era.
It is a pre-barreled era. Right, I'm going to go save so that Rossetti doesn't tell me off again.
Now, how do you save in the Wild World version?
Oh, you have to actually go back in your house and back up to your creepy room with all your housemates who are just sleeping in the house.
I think maybe because it's a portable game, you can just press start to save it.
No, I think you had to go to bed. There we go, you go back to bed. Do you want to quit playing for now? Save and end. That's probably why Rossetti told me off last time when we loaded up the game. There we go, saved. Come back and see us again anytime. Thanks, Animal Crossing. And thank you.
An ancient world full of mystery, an otter with questionable sales patter, and a home full of musical instruments. If you'd like to visit the lost town of Imperial, I'm afraid you can't. Dream codes didn't exist back in Wild World, and even the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection service has been deactivated. So now it really is lost in time. We've just got time for your letters now, and here are some comments from the Animal Crossing Facebook group Nook's Attic, where I asked, has Animal Crossing influenced your real life in any way? Olivia wrote, my alarm clock is the 9 AM song from New Leaf. I am a literal villager. It's been my alarm for at least 8 years now, and I wouldn't change it. I used to have other songs, but then I'd get tired of hearing them. Good old 9 AM is perfect. For a hot minute, my entire phone was Animal Crossing themed. My text messages were the exclamation emotion sound, my emails were the question sound, and my ringtone was the Animal Crossing theme. The music from Animal Crossing is so peaceful and inviting. As a teen, I'd have major anxiety attacks, but walking around my village in Wild World really helped ease my mind. The number of times Rossetti yelled at me because I fell asleep playing Wild World, and my DS would die on me. Good times, man. Good times. Thanks, Olivia. Emma wrote, Animal Crossing is genuinely the reason I became such a fast reader as a child. I taught myself to read fast to get through the dialogue in the game. It slowed down a bit these days, but as a kid I was rapid at reading compared to a lot of other kids, and I'm pretty sure it's due to playing Wild World daily. It also taught me the names for lots of fruits, bugs and fish I didn't know. Like, I only know what a cicada is due to Animal Crossing. I live in the UK and we don't get them here. And was instantly able to recognise what they were when I went abroad and heard them. I also had no idea what a persimmon, lychee or durian was until I played New Leaf, as I'd honestly never heard of them before. Thanks to everyone who has contacted, recommended or reviewed the show so far. And if you've only just found the podcast and you've got a story you'd like to share, it isn't too late. You can add your comments to each episode's theme over on the Asstown website at highscoreclub.com. If there's anything else you'd like to say, you can always tweet at highscoreclub or email asstown@highscoreclub.com. Now, Season 2 might not be coming out for a while yet, but there's plenty more to keep you entertained at High Score Club. For example, we've been streaming regularly. Have you checked out our New Horizons Island tours yet? Watch live on Twitch every week or catch up on all the previous episodes on YouTube. Links are in the show notes. Oh, have you finished listening already? Well, I suppose it must be time to wrap up Season 1 of Asstown. Whether you're new to Animal Crossing or you've played the older games in the series, I hope you've got something from this show. If I've learned anything making it, it's that there's so much depth to these games, there's always something left for even the most experienced players to discover. So, even if it's been years, it's never too late to go back to your Asstown. Well, producing these 6 podcast episodes over the course of 3 years has been exhausting, so I'm heading off now to broaden my horizons on an island in the sun. And hey, maybe I'll see you there. Asstown is produced by me, David Thair, for High Score Club. This episode featured Manik Soysa as Existent Fitzgerald. Huge thanks again to my guest mayors, Charlie Jamison, Ed White, Ho-Yee Li, Kristyna Baczynski, Martin Steenton and Timothy Winchester. To find out more about these wonderful mayors, including the dream addresses so you can snoop around their towns, please visit highscoreclub.com. Music for the Asstown theme song, Mayor in an Empty Town, is composed and performed by Christopher Alcock. Additional music in this episode is courtesy of Audionautics and sound effects from the generous creators at freesound.org. High Score Club is a little video game club for good games and equally good people. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr and Twitch. Pro tip, that's high spelt H-I. Asstown is not even slightly affiliated with Nintendo.
Maybe one day you'll come around, never again in your Asstown. Maybe one day you'll come around, never again in your Asstown.
#Asstown Animal Crossing Screen Grab Giveaway.